Welcome to the Office 365 update for February of 2018. In the next few minutes, I'll give you a quick rundown of the latest updates to the service with the goal of helping you get the most out of your investment. We cover things rather quickly, so please refer to the Office 365 Guide blog where we post the transcript and resources guide. Last October, I covered the growing support for 3D models in PowerPoint. In that segment, I showed you how 3D graphics become even more dynamic when combined with PowerPoint's morph transition. Simply duplicate your slide, reposition your 3D model, select the morph transition, and PowerPoint creates a smooth, cinematic transition between slides. Good news! 3D support in PowerPoint just got even better. Office 365 subscribers can now add animation effects to 3D objects on a single slide. Now there are animation effects specific to 3D images. Simply click on your 3D model and an animation ribbon displays the options. There are also effect options specific to each 3D animation. Once applied, they can be managed and sequenced in the animation pane just like traditional PowerPoint animations. Back in December of 2016, I covered scalable vector graphics. Now you can insert and edit scalable vector graphics and images in your Office documents. We've even added a built-in library of professional high-quality icons to get you started. Since these graphics are vector-based, they look great at any size without becoming, to use a scientific term, pixelated. Once added, you can apply styles, change the line color, change the fill color, and add other effects. Vector graphics became even more flexible in mid-January. Now, after adding a graphic, Office 365 subscribers will see a new Convert to Shape option in the Graphics Tools Format ribbon. This enables you to transform SVG pictures and icons into Office shapes so you can change individual elements within the graphic, like their color, size, and texture. Remember, vector graphics aren't limited to PowerPoint. You can also use them in Word, Excel, and Outlook emails. For more information, go to the What's New in Office 365 page on the Office support site I linked to in the transcript. Introduced at Microsoft's Ignite event in Orlando last September, the Outlook cheat sheets available in PDF format have been a big hit. They show you how to quickly accomplish useful tasks in Outlook Mail and Calendar across platforms. There are specific cheat sheets for Outlook on Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, and Outlook on the web. In addition, the Microsoft Office International team has translated these cheat sheets into 36 languages. If you want to ensure that you're getting the most out of Outlook on the devices you use, download the Outlook cheat sheet of your choice from support.office.com. Feature parity across Office for Windows and Office for Mac benefits everyone, but it isn't always a reality for various reasons. One feature on the Mac that recently caught up with its Windows counterpart is support for tables in Outlook for Mac. Now, everything you can do in tables with the Mac version of Microsoft Word, you can now do in Outlook on the Mac. Simply insert a table in a new email and you'll see two new tabs in the Compose window ribbon, Table Design and Layout. Commands in these two tabs allow you to tailor the table just the way you want to. In addition to tables, there are a few small updates to the user interface of Outlook on the Mac that I've been enjoying. In the past, you could only resize the text of an entire email in the reading pane, but with this update, you can set the default text size universally. Simply go to Outlook, Preferences, and Fonts. You now have a slider to change the text display size. In addition, Outlook on Mac now supports swiping gestures on your trackpad to triage your inbox. A two-finger swipe to the right or to the left when the mouse is over an email in the item list will give you the option to either delete the message or archive it. If you're a Mac enthusiast or a user like me who works on both platforms, I'm sure you will welcome these improvements. On January 10th, the SharePoint team announced the ability to create and use custom SharePoint site designs. These custom designed sites serve as templates for other sites in the organization. This enhancement enables IT and content managers to create and deploy modern SharePoint sites in a repeatable way that is compliant with your organization's guidelines and preferences and supports your organization's brand. You can create a tenant-wide gallery of SharePoint site designs. Each new site can be assigned the right set of themes and designs by the right people. You can also assign who can pick and use specific designs when they're ready to create a new site. I provide a link to additional details in the Office 365 Guide blog. Note that this feature is currently rolling out to targeted release Office 365 customers. I'll let you know when this SharePoint enhancement rolls out to all customers in a future video. What's targeted release, you ask? I put a link on the blog with more info. There are additional enhancements to SharePoint editing capabilities available to targeted release Office 365 customers. If you're not a targeted release participant, consider this a sneak preview, and rest assured these features will be released to the full production environment soon. These new SharePoint editing enhancements include the ability to create a new page starting with an existing one. When you click on New, you'll have the option to either create a blank page or start with a copy of the page you're currently on. This will save you time and energy recreating elements that you've already designed. One of the most requested SharePoint features is being fulfilled with support for rich text editing. When you add a text web part, the embedded rich text editor gives you greater control for how your text appears. You can adjust the size, bold, underline, and spacing. In addition, you can easily add an image to a SharePoint page or news article, and when you do, you can further edit it by cropping or zooming to customize it for your layout. You can also pull in online royalty-free images powered by Bing that are tagged with the Creative Commons license. There are additional details in the SharePoint blog, and again, I'll keep you posted on when these enhancements are available beyond targeted release Office 365 customers. Power BI empowers everyone to get deep insights from their data and make better decisions, while Power Apps enables everyone to build and use business apps which connect you to your data. Doesn't it sound like these two solutions should play well together? Well, good news. They do. I'm happy to announce the availability of the Power Apps custom visual for Power BI, now in preview, which enables you to use these two products even better together. After adding the Power Apps custom visual to Power BI, you'll be able to pass context-aware data to your Power Apps application. The app will update in real time as you make changes to your Power BI report. This integration enables users to derive business insights and take actions right from within their Power BI reports and dashboards. No need to switch tabs to open the separate apps or copy and paste data from one window to another. For the details and how to participate in this preview, follow the link I provide in the transcript. Microsoft has received a lot of feedback from our customers on how to make Secure Score better. Many Office 365 admins requested the ability of comparing their score against the average score of all Office 365 tenants. However, is it really fair to compare the score of an organization that has 70 seats against an organization that has 70,000 seats? The Secure Score team came up with a solution. They grouped tenants into 7 tiers based on the number of Office 365 active seats. Now, your organization's Secure Score will be compared to an average seat size score, helping to ensure that the comparison between the scores is relevant. Coming soon, Microsoft will be introducing an industry average score in Secure Score. This will show you how your score compares to other organizations that have designated the same industry. Stay tuned for details. I'll provide an update on this enhancement to Secure Score as soon as it's released. Compliance requirements can be complex to interpret, difficult to track, and labor-intensive to implement. And with new regulations and changes coming constantly, keeping up can be difficult and expensive. Microsoft's Compliance Manager, now available in public preview, enables you to manage your compliance from one place. It enables you to perform a risk assessment of your organization's compliance with regulations and standards such as GDPR, ISO 27001, and ISO 27018. Compliance Manager helps connect data protection solutions with the regulatory requirements that matter to you, as well as enabling you to evaluate Microsoft's cloud services, such as Office 365, with detailed audit information. To simplify your compliance workflow, Compliance Manager also enables you to assign, track, record compliance-related activities, and produce detailed reports that can help you be more prepared for audit activities. For all the details, read the Security and Compliance blog post I linked to in the transcript, which contains a video demo showcasing the Compliance Manager's new capabilities. Before signing off, I want to give you a quick update on two current security threats that you've probably been hearing about: Meltdown and Spectre. They are a newly discovered class of vulnerabilities based on a common chip architecture that, when originally designed, was created to speed up computers. Microsoft is well aware of these threats and has released several updates to help mitigate these vulnerabilities. We strongly encourage the installation of these updates to all computing devices, from phones and tablets to on-premises data center servers. Rest assured, Microsoft has also deployed these updates to secure our own cloud services, including Office 365. Check out the information in the transcript and resources guide to learn more. That's it for the February update. Remember, send your feedback or success stories to Office 365 Update Series at Microsoft.com. I'm Jim Naroski. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.